In this example, we're having a look at how to sketch the graph of y equals 4 on x. And an important piece of information is that every rectangular hyperbola goes through 4 critical points, and we use them for graphing. So before we go and graph this, let's have a look at what those critical points are. A rectangular hyperbola has the basic form of y equals a on x. When x equals 1, y equals a on 1, which is a, and that's our first critical point, 1a. When x equals negative 1, y equals a on negative 1, which is negative a. And so our next critical point is negative 1, negative a. When x equals a, y equals a on a, which is 1. So our third critical point is a1, and when x equals negative a, y equals a on negative a, which is negative 1. So there we've got 4 very easy critical points that we can use to plot our reciprocal functions. So if we're dealing with y equals 4 on x, our critical points, so a equals 4 in this case, our critical points are going to be 1, 4, negative 1, negative 4, 4, 1, and negative 4, negative 1, just using these 4 standard points. So from there, what we do is we plot each of them. Here's 1, 4, 4, 1. So plot and label. Here is negative 1, negative 4, and here is negative 4, negative 1. And then we carefully join them up in the rectangular hyperbola shape, including arrows, and making sure to put in the asymptotes showing the position of the asymptotes. If the asymptotes are on the x and y axes, you don't need to label them. If they're not on the x and y axis, then you need to label their position. All right, let's have a look at the second example here, which is asking us to determine the equation of the reciprocal function. So we need to remind ourselves that a reciprocal function is in the general form of y equals a on x, and in this case, y equals 7 1/3, x equals 3. So all we need is one coordinate pair and the information that it's a reciprocal function. So we need to know that. Oops, everything's moved now. And from there, we can use this piece of information to work out what a is. We rearrange to get a equals y times x, which is 7 1/3 times 3. 3 times 7 is 21, 3 times the third is 1, so a is 24. Therefore, y equals 24 on x. And that's it. Okay, I'm going on with exercise 1C, and I'll see you in class.